Hello, fellow food lovers. I am Angie, your gastronomic guide for today. We're setting off on a delectable journey, exploring the diverse culinary landscape of London. From classic British staples to global flavors that have become part of the city's food DNA, we've got a smorgasbord of dishes lined up for you. Each bite promises a story, a taste of culture, a culinary adventure. Are you ready to embark on this delicious journey across London? Well, buckle up because our taste buds are in for a treat. Our first stop is a classic British staple, fish and chips. Ah, the humble fish and chips. A culinary symbol of Britain, and an absolute must-try when you're in London. This simple yet delightful dish consists of a beautifully battered piece of white fish, deep-fried to golden perfection, served alongside chunky chips, all traditionally wrapped in newspaper. A dash of salt, a splash of vinegar, and you're ready to dive in. But where does this iconic dish come from? Fish and chips first made its mark in the mid-19th century, quickly becoming a favorite amongst the working class. It's a dish that's intimately tied to London's history and culture. There are countless spots to enjoy this comfort food in the city. From Poppies and Spitalfields to the Golden Hind and Marylebone, each chippy offers their unique twist on this classic dish. Fish and chips, a simple yet satisfying dish that's a must-try when in London. Next up, we have the hearty full English breakfast. This quintessential feast is a cornerstone of British culinary tradition, guaranteed to kickstart your day with a burst of flavor and energy. A full English breakfast is an all-encompassing meal that includes a generous spread of eggs, bacon, sausages, black pudding, baked beans, grilled tomatoes, and a side of buttered toast or fried bread. And let's not forget the quintessential cup of English tea or orange juice to wash it all down. London is peppered with cafes and pubs that serve this indulgent breakfast, each with their unique twist on the classic components. From the traditional greasy spoon diners to high-end restaurants, there's a full English breakfast to suit every taste and budget in London. So, whether you're gearing up for a day of sightseeing or simply want to immerse yourself in the local culture, starting your day with a full English breakfast in London is a tradition you don't want to miss. Moving on, we have the quintessential British Sunday roast. This hearty dish is a long-standing tradition in British households and pubs. The Sunday roast consists of roasted meat, typically beef, lamb, or chicken, served with a medley of vegetables, Yorkshire pudding, and drenched in rich gravy. The tradition dates back to medieval times when villagers would gather to roast a large cut of beef on a spit. Today it's a symbol of British comfort food and a time for family gatherings. London is brimming with places that serve phenomenal Sunday roasts. Some of the must-try spots include the Hawksmoor for their sumptuous beef roast, the Harwood Arms for their game and poultry options, and the Camberwell Arms for a more modern take on this classic dish. Each place lends its unique twist, making the Sunday roast a dish that's always exciting to explore. A Sunday in London is incomplete without a Sunday roast. Now, let's turn to a dish that's become a British favorite, chicken tikka masala. This delightful dish, with its origins rooted in Indian cuisine, has found a second home in the heart of Britain. It's a testament to the multicultural fabric of London, weaving a story of flavors and aromas from the East into the culinary tapestry of the West. Chicken tikka masala is a symphony of succulent chicken pieces marinated in aromatic spices, grilled to perfection, and then simmered in a creamy tomato sauce. It's a dish that brings together the warmth of Indian spices with the love for rich and hearty meals in Britain. When in London, there are countless places where you can enjoy this dish, but some of my favorites include the bustling lanes of Brick Lane, the charming corners of Covent Garden, and the vibrant streets of Soho. Each offers a unique take on this beloved dish, making it a must-try for any foodie. Chicken tikka masala, a flavorful fusion of East and West that you can't miss in London. Next on our list is a comforting classic, pie and mash. This simple yet delectable dish is a staple of London's food scene, dating back to the 19th century when it was served as an affordable hot meal to the working class. The pie is typically filled with minced beef and onions, enclosed in a flaky pastry crust, served alongside creamy mashed potatoes and often accompanied by a unique green sauce known as liquor. Pie and mash shops were once a common sight in the East End of London, and while their numbers may have dwindled, the dish's popularity remains. For a taste of this London classic, head to places like Mans's on Tower Bridge Road or Goddard's at Greenwich, where they've been serving up traditional pie and mash for well over a century. Pie and mash, a comforting dish that's deeply rooted in London's culinary history. Let's not forget the other delicious dishes that London has to offer. Now we're sprinting towards a sweet surprise. Eton mess, a classic English dessert, is a delightful concoction of crushed meringue, whipped cream, and fresh strawberries. It's a mess you'd love to dive into. You can find this sweet treat in many dessert parlors across London, but the one at the Sweet Spot in Covent Garden is truly exceptional. Our next dish is bangers and mash, a hearty comfort food that's a staple in London's pubs. It's a simple yet satisfying dish of juicy sausages served over creamy mashed potatoes, all drenched in a rich onion gravy. Try it at the Jolly Butcher in Shoreditch, where they give this classic a gourmet twist. Moving on, we have beef Wellington, a dish that screams British luxury. It's a tender filet steak coated with pâté and duxelles, then wrapped in puff pastry and baked to perfection. The Savoy Grill, in the heart of the city, serves an exquisite beef Wellington that's well worth the visit. Next up is sticky toffee pudding, a dessert that will make your sweet tooth sing. This moist sponge cake, laden with finely chopped dates and drenched in a sticky toffee sauce, is a British classic. You can find an indulgent version at Dessert Delight on King's Road. Last but certainly not least is the ploughman's lunch. This traditional dish is a cold but hearty meal consisting of cheese, cold meats, pickles, bread, and sometimes an apple. It's the perfect lunch for a sunny day in one of London's many beautiful parks. The picnic basket in Camden Town is known for their fresh and scrumptious ploughmans. These dishes further showcase the diversity and richness of London's food scene. What a culinary adventure we've had today. From the crispy golden fish and chips to the hearty full English breakfast, we've ventured through some of London's most beloved dishes. We've experienced the comforting warmth of a Sunday roast and the fiery, aromatic flavors of chicken tikka masala. And who could forget the classic pie and mash, a staple in any Londoner's diet? The magic of London's food scene lies in its diversity. It's a city where traditional British fare coexists with international delights, offering a gastronomic journey like no other. Each dish tells a story, a fusion of cultures and flavors that is uniquely London. And there you have it, our culinary adventure through the vibrant and diverse food scene of London. Whether you're a fan of traditional British fare or international delights, London has something to satisfy every palate. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and let us know in the comments which of these dishes you're most eager to try. Until next time, happy eating.